Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining in real quick. I just um, wanted to give you a brief update of what's going on. A lot more food recalls out there, a lot, including bagged salads um, and a lot of imported foods that are being imported into the United States of America. Been a lot of recalls, um, and I'll go over those more in more detail tomorrow. But for right now, I just wanted to let you know that if you haven't been watching the news, it's on major media sites, um, major news channels about Russia and China and other major nations are urging their people to stock up on food. Like they're really, really urging their people. And I don't know if you've ever watched or listened to any of those other national leaders and how they talk, but when someone like Vladimir Putin, for example, when he says, "Tell my people to get back home," you know something's about to go down. If these other nations are saying, "All my people need to have food stocked up," something's about to go down. And I've been talking about this for a while. I've been talking about it in biblical sense, talking about Joseph and how his brothers were jealous of him and how he ended up getting sold into slavery and ended up in jail, so on and so forth. And how, in the long run, he ended up talking to the king, um, or the ruler in Egypt, and having to um interpret the dream that Potiphar had. And when he interpreted the dream about, 7 years of having much and then 7 years of lack, during the time when you have all that you could ever hope for, that's the time to store up. Because 7 years were going to come where was going to be great lack and a famine in the land, and there was a lot of people that went without food. But those that were wise and stored up and stocked up and prepared, they were ready for what was coming up for them. We're at that point right now. We are about to head into the dark winter. We just come out of having um, civil unrest. If you're in America, last year was a year full of civil unrest right outside my own front door. Um, and then we had the pandemic, which has gone on for more than a year, almost 2 years, almost. It's been going on for quite a while. Um, and as I've been saying in several videos, I've talked about how every time I go to the store, there's stuff in the front on the shelves. You move one item and there's nothing behind it. And that's been a trend in several different stores, grocery stores, drug stores, other types of markets. I've gone from place to place just to check out and just going in thinking, I'm just going to look for soy sauce. No soy sauce. I'm just going to look for toilet paper made from trees. Because now the new thing is, save the trees, and yes, I do care about our environment and all that, but not everybody likes bamboo toilet paper. Some people do, some people don't. You like it? Nothing against you. You can use that, but I'm just saying, when you're used to having a certain item or certain thing, sometimes that's what you're going to go and look for. It's not always about conforming to what someone else wants you to prefer or like. Um, Hair care products. Went in stores looking for hair care products one day and only found like one product that was not a type that I use, and there was only one container of that one product. So things are getting very, very serious. I've talked about the price of chicken and the price of various meats going up and the lack of meats in the stores, and just I've talked about all this stuff for a while. And even the stuff that's supposed to be given out in these commodity packs, because I have had opportunity to be around when those commodity packs are given out, and also help give out those items to people that were in need. It used to be that everything was USDA approved and stamped and sealed, and you look at it and you can recognize every product and where it came from. But now, even though I'm supposedly in the land of plenty, a lot of that stuff is being imported in. Why would I need certain specific items imported in that should be growing in my own state? But then you know, hear about farmers being told to not grow anything or to destroy the things that they have grown. Um, it's scary. We're entering into, like I said, a dark season. And I'm very concerned about how this is all going to go. But I hope people have been preparing. And if you haven't been preparing, you need to be running out of the store and get some stuff now. Not some little popcorn stuff that you can eat today and then tomorrow you'll be still having a lack and wanting and not knowing what you're going to do and living on the day by day. You can't live on the day by day hoping for the never never to come up. It's a time when you seriously have to have your stuff together because it has already hit the fan. It's just not out there loud as a trumpet. But yes, it's like when the storm is coming. When the storm is coming, you see the clouds roll in and it gets darker. And I don't know if you've ever been around tornadoes. I've had a few experiences where I've been like right under a funnel cloud before it was touching down, or when it was in the process of forming, and you start to see the clouds changing colors and the swirling motion and understanding about the upper and lower pressures going against each other, creating that tornado. We're in that time right now. This is a time where if you have a bag of onions, you need to peel that brown stuff off, slice them, lay them out flat, put them on that baking pan. It could be a cookie pan or whatever, and stick them in the oven at like 300 degrees or whatever until they're dried, or, separating out your meats, or, if you have if you want chicken or whatever, get a lot of chicken legs, separate them out into different separate sandwich bags. Especially if you can get those sandwich bags where sometimes they're on sale for ridiculous prices. Sometimes, recently I found where there were sandwich bags that were 100 bags in the box, and they had a 99-cent sticker on them. And then they had a 50% off sticker. And I said, "Is this real? So you're going to sell me those 100 bags for 50 cents?" And I was told yes, because that is what the vendor wants to happen. The vendor wants all the rest of that product to be gotten rid of. All the other stuff is stuck out there in the middle of the water, but the vendor wants this product to be gotten rid of. Okay, I'll take a couple of those because I can use those, and I can separate out my chicken legs and only prepare what I need. So that way, what I have lasts a little bit longer. Get your stuff if you're able to find stuff, get it, bring it home. You could take the chicken, or I'm using chicken for an example. Uh, Saute it with put some soy sauce or whatever over it, or some garlic powder or whatever. Pop it in the oven. You can cook it until it's done. Take it out and put it in sandwich bags, or wrap it up in foil or saran wrap, and put those pieces individually in the freezer so that you have that whenever you need it. And you can just take one at a time so you're not wasteful with your food. I hate to waste food. And that's, if you can do those simple things and not be wasteful with your food, or even, if you can, we'll eat TVP, texturized vegetable protein. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. It's a soy protein. It is. It's a plant-based. It's not horrible. It's just a matter of knowing how to prepare it. It's dried, it's cheap and affordable, and you can use it just, to make your spaghetti or when you're making lasagna or whatever. And it works. I'll do some videos on those. Um, but it's extremely affordable. Easier to find at cultural grocery stores like Hispanic uh, grocery stores. Easy to find. $5 will take you a long way with that particular product. You can also get it on Amazon and other places too. But anyway, my whole point is that the time is now. You need to be ready. Do you have water stored up? You know, do you have, at least a few jugs of water? Seriously, do you have some water? Do you have some bags of dried beans? You got your canned goods. Canned goods are good, but they won't last you a long time. Go and get a couple of bags of rice today. Get 2 or 3 bags of dried beans today. That won't break your pocket. It won't break your pocketbook too much. And then you'll have some things that you're going to need. Because when it gets cold, you're going to need it. We already know the supply chain is breaking down, but when it comes to a crashing halt, you're going to need that to have the nutrition that you need. If you can go into the store and get you some greens, if you can find any collard greens, kale greens, or whatever, or any farmers that are in the, whether it's urban farmers or whatever that are in the process of clearing out their gardens. If they have anything that they want to give you on the cheap or for free or whatever, it's a good time to take it. Dehydrate most of that stuff. Only keep fresh what you'll be able to eat in 2 days. Anything extra that you have, you should be dehydrating it and putting it up so that you have what you need to eat at future times. This has gone on, video's gone a little bit longer than I had planned on going. I just wanted to let you know stuff is coming up. I mean, there have been, like I had spoken in a previous video about going to one store and they had a package of chicken wings for over $11. Now, someone that I know has gone to another store and they were able to get a whole chicken for $29. I was just complaining about the $30 turkey. Was it a week or two ago? I'm afraid to go back and see how much that's going to cost now. But prices are continually going up, and people that are going to the store, even looking for just a turkey breast, can't find a turkey breast. It's just not there. It is not there. All they have are the big, massive birds that are so big that you can't fit it in your freezer, you know. And some people have gone for the exchange. Someone I was talking to the other day said they really just wanted the turkey breast, but they ended up getting a whole turkey because that was a substitute that the store offered the person. And they said they can't even fit it in their freezer, so they're going to give it away. I said, why give it away? Just I don't know if maybe it's frozen. If it's not frozen and if it was more fresh, let's see. Time to part that bird up into several sections, take what you want, and then barter with somebody else so that some other people can have some of that meat, or else cut all the meat off the bone and boil down the carcass so that you can use that to have a broth or to be able to make your own roux because times are going to be tough. Okay, I've gone on longer than I said had intended on going, but it's really, really, really urgent, and I hope that you're taking this seriously. And I don't know what else to tell you. It's very serious. Uh, get on the P's and Q's, even if it's just starting some indoor gardening. Do you have a pack of seeds? Do you have um, a container that used to hold eggs? You can use that as a starting ground for doing some microgreens in your home, in your kitchen. Easy, takes up very little space. And yes, you can eat them. So we'll talk about that more later, but I just wanted to get this out and let you know how serious things are turning out to be. Um, I will talk to you again tomorrow, and I hope that you have a good a good night.